Hello, good evening. Thank you for that. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports Gaming. So here we go. I'm sure you can hear me now because I'm sure the sound is better. Let's see now. The sound should be fine. Got audio, sound should be crisp and clear. Yep, sound should be crisp and clear now. Check that there. You can hear me there. You should hear me well now. There should be no problems. Right. So as I was saying, let's hear the people in the room. Like Vinder Singh says, 8-1 Pulev, KO or TKO, put 25 on. And Bin said Pulev will come out fighting in the second. He will overreach and get caught with the uppercut that knocks him clean out. Remember, I told you, my response to that is, if that's the case, then we're looking at some sort of a fixed fight. Cameron Gillen says, Sky rubbing the public blind here. Till Ricard, 25 quid. Laughing my head off out loud. What happened in Captain BS? Cameron says, got you. No, we hear you. Sup says, Monty Morris. Well, here we go tonight. The big one. Pulev versus Joshua. I've been doing a lot of talking. I don't know where my co-host, Mr. Coach, is. She says he's got Joshua inside 7 rounds. Okay. Fair enough. I think Joshua wins this fight tonight. It's his best fight. Please don't blame your sound, sir. Good evening, Uncle Bashir. Great to have you in the room tonight. The sound is there. We're clear. I'm hyped now. Uncle, I'm amazing. I like you. But I'm amazing. 4th round, Joshua goes down. Okay. So, let's see. I'm a bit confused about Natasha Jonas' statements. She's saying that this is the lightest Joshua's been, but I don't think it is the lightest Joshua's been. How are you feeling tonight, Uncle Bashir? You good? Like I said, I hope after the fight you're more than happy to come in, win or lose. If I got it wrong, I want you to come in and here we go. Gonna get ass waxed. There he comes, the man himself, Coach Chris.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
So you're back. Uncle Bashir's in here. Uncle Bashir's watching the fight. He's going to be watching the fight tonight with us.
Oh, cool.
He's in there saying Pulev's going to get his ass waxed. The fight should be starting within the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, Pulev is, I don't see it. He just look, yeah. I think AJ's going to get this one. I want to see AJ get back to, like, the thing about boxing is you can always come back. You can come back, okay? This is look, you've got to come into this fight and dominate. You got to get a stoppage.
I'll put a sneaky 20 on Pulev for win up.
Sneaky 20. Sneaky 20.
Yeah. Listen, the odds are good, man. The odds are good.
Look at this guy.
He just needs to land clean. That's it.
Pulev? But will
Yep.
he get in there though? Is he like you think the jab is the key?
Nope. There's no. When the fight starts, we'll let you know. So we're just waiting here for the fight to begin. Natasha Jonas and Joshua Boazzi are talking at the moment.
That Gareth Davies. Yeah, AJ needs a stoppage. 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 Hey, I gotta run and do something real quick. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna turn off my cam and mute myself, okay?
Okay.
All right.
So people that are in the house, let us know where you're from. Give us a shout. Let us know where you're from. So now we're just getting. I think we're almost set now. Gabby and can't remember his name again. Gareth Davis. Well, Gareth Davis is just obviously talking about the fight, the implications of why Joshua must win the fight tonight. So they're saying the ring walks will be within the next 10 minutes. So we're still waiting. I've got a sun surplus sanitary napkins for Pulev. You know what? Norway, good to hear. Yes, Norway. Good evening to Norway. From Stoke-on-Trent. Shout out to Stoke-on-Trent. Yorkshire, England. Good old Yorkshire. Is that Floyd Mayweather in the building? I guess he's in the building, obviously, because he's got that fight coming up soon against the YouTuber. Floyd's probably already in fighting shape, ready to go. Gareth A. Davis, boxing expert. Nathan, Country Cheshire, good. Nathan, County South Cheshire, beautiful. Nathan, Gorman Country, yes. They're showing clips of Kubrat Pulev now and Anthony Joshua taping up, throwing his punches. Just showing clips of AJ throwing punches and yeah, but these are all clips of all the guys he's knocked out back to back to back, and him raising his gloves. Just a montage of AJ stuff. The fight. AJ is gonna busy that honey. Okay, all right, uncle. The journey to undisputed. Just waiting for AJ to make his way to the ring. Okay, we're having lights. There's a bit more movement. Maybe somebody's making their way to the ring. Let's see. What happened to the prelims? I don't know. I didn't watch them. Well, I watched them, but I didn't commentate on them. Want to save my energy for this. Coach Chris is back.
Why, I don't know.
Can you mute your mic, please, Coach Chris, or just take that music outside in the background? Thanks. I'd like to see AJ fight. They used to the way he used to fight before. He's champion. When the fight starts, the fight will start when we start commentating on it. So as soon as the fight starts, we will let you know. But until such time, we just have to wait. Don't forget you're in the room. subscribe, smash the notification bell, smash the subscribe button, like the video, of course. Now, we appreciate you on fight night. And don't forget, you can catch us now on Amazon TV. So if you've got a Fire Stick, you can watch us on Amazon TV. So just look in the corridors now. I guess they're waiting to bring Kubrat Pulev out, but I don't know. People are cheering the crowd. It's nice to see a crowd back now, to be fair. Very encouraging. Right, here we go. The MC is ready. That means that he's going to be calling out Kubrat Pulev to the ring any moment now. Coach Chris, any final thoughts before Kubrat Pulev comes to the ring?
It's interesting to see how AJ takes this challenge on. You know, we saw in his last fight, which was over a year ago, how he approached that fight. And I'm just interested to see how much respect he shows Pulev. Want to see Pulev, how he approaches attacking Joshua. He's going to just kind of go for the gusto. He's going to work in slow with the jab. Really want to see some combinations from AJ. He needs a stoppage in the worst way. So for his career, for Matchroom, for the fights to come, he needs to show that he's a live dog in this heavyweight race. It's not just a two-dog race. And he needs to just blow this guy away. He needs to show that, like, you know, you got those two guys at the top right now that kind of been fighting.
Taylor tape. Joshua 31, Pulev 39, Josh 6'6", Pulev 6'4", Josh 241, Pulev 240, 82 each reach for Joshua, 79.5 each reach for Kubrat Pulev. Joshua from Watford, England, and Kubrat Pulev from Sofia, Bulgaria. And if you didn't know, it's for the IBF, WBA, WBO, and IBO World Heavyweight Championship, and it's 12-round fight.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. How about you? What are your keys?
Keys to victory. If Kubrat Pulev is going to use the jab, and as Joshua walks into him, he's got to use the right hand. He's got to catch Joshua early and get his respect. He's got to hurt Joshua earlier.
I just can't. After his last fight, I just can't. I don't see how he can win. I just try not to. You try not to think about it. You try to think about it fight to fight, but just.
There we go. Kubrat Pulev is making his way to the ring.
He's been here before, that's for sure. So
he's experienced.
Experienced guy.
He isn't coming off a 2-year layoff. Pulev making a ring walk.
Yeah, and Pulev has a chin on him. Pulev's not an easy win, so this is actually a pretty. I don't know, man. It's
They're talking to Pulev, tell him where he's going to walk and everything.
I wonder what the protocols were for the fight, like for people to actually come in. It looks tight in there. How many fans do they have in there? Do you know?
1,000, let's say.
1,000? And is it in the O2?
Yeah. No, the SC Center.
The SC Center.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's like a lot smaller or a little smaller or
what? Smaller.
Like half. Okay. So the O2, is that about as big as, I mean, Madison Square Garden's pretty big though. There's like a couple rooms in there. It's not that big.
I wouldn't like to say, but the SSE is a smaller arena, I would say.
Okay.
Still waiting for Kubrat Pulev to make his ring walk. Damn. I think they're trying to stall this out. Joshua doesn't need to or should not show respect to Pulev. Get behind his big jab and look to land the right hand. Nothing fancy. Sonny Liston approach. Here we go. Dibianchi making his Coach Chris. You want to do the commentary for tonight's fight? Or what you see?
No, I'll stick with the blow by blow. You do a pretty good job with the commentary, man.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
I'll
do the the color.
All right, sounds good. There, Pulev making his walk to the ring now. Pulev walking to the ring in his red robe, as he usually does. He's walking around the ring like man of the manor, the man of the Bulgarian manor. Anything in Kubrat Pulev's body language to you, brother?
Well, I'm looking at him. He looks confident. He looks warm. Looks ready to go. Looks in shape. Which is important for this fight. They both look pretty good. So hopefully we won't have any of those weird, cardio issues that we've seen in the past.
And here comes the moment of truth. Here comes Anthony Joshua. How does Joshua look to you, Coach Chris?
All right. Now he looks, there we go. Looks ready to go. Looks like he's here for business. Got the little zip up, half side zip jacket there instead of the robe, like the sleeveless hoodie. I like the look, sleeveless hoodie. So he's, I guess he's in that little partition part before they actually come out.
Check your comments. Check the chat, bro. It's a private chat in the corner. Check the box. AJ doing his ring walk with AJ next to his name. So AJ giving as a little talk, and he's saying something. I don't know what he's saying because obviously I've got the volume on mute. Coach Chris, what is AJ saying?
He's basically just giving a synopsis of the whole thing, just saying he's confident and we're going to put on a good show for the people. They got the pyrotechnics out, looks like.
Yep, looks like, yep. AJ 2-time.
AJ.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have to show at some point, man, what he's made of here. And he's going to have to show what he's made of against the big boys. And if he's going to get the opportunity for the big fights and the big money, he's going to have to come out here and put on a performance. He's got to show that he's not a hype job. He's got to show that he's the man.
Introductions as well. And remember, Anthony Joshua showed.
I'll tell you right down on that, bro.
I got to tell you what, though. I tell you what, Ingram. Yeah. Is there any rappers? Are there rappers in England? There's rappers, right? There's guys like
Yeah,
Stormies, and
yeah.
he's the only guy I've heard of over there. He needs a
That's
like
what
that was kind of he should have had a
Joshua
rapper do something for
steps
him or
over the
something.
ropes into the ring. Here he is, and Joshua gives Pulev. Pulev meets Joshua, and they're looking at one another, eyeball to eyeball. They're looking at one another. Kubrat was quite happy to beat him in the middle of the ring.
Oh man, there's Kulev's feeling confident. He's acting confident. He's acting moxie. We'll see what he can do.
So there was some rumor going around that Dillian White was working out with Pulev.
That's bad for Pulev, man. That's not smart. You're gonna work out with that guy for it. Interesting, because Dillian White could have fought Pulev for the spot and he wouldn't fight him. So now he's gonna work out with him. That just seems Dillian White just I don't want to laugh. I don't want to laugh at him. I'm sure he's a nice guy. Wow.
How does AJ look to you?
He looks ready, man. You know what? He doesn't have when he fought Ruiz the first time, he looked out of sorts. Second time he came in, we didn't know what to expect, and he looked like he didn't know what to expect. This fight, he looks confident. He's had a year. So hopefully he's been working on some new things, and we'll see something here. He didn't have any injuries that we heard about or anything like that. So hopefully he was in the gym working, looks in shape. He's still staying somewhat lean.
What I don't understand is why they do these ring walks like this, so they have the fighters standing around inside the ring. I don't understand.
I don't know what they're doing, man. Let's get this thing cracking, man.
It doesn't make any sense to me because I've never understood that. I've never understood it. If the ring walks a certain time, why don't they get them to walk out at the time? Why they've got two fighters standing around walking around the ring? Never understood it. When you have to actually replay a fighter's ring walk before the fight's even started, it tells you something, doesn't it?
So how does this work for production? It's on. Is it on Sky?
Maybe it's a Sky. It's around the world, isn't it? So I guess they got a finished start. Maybe it's the fight. Maybe they've got a 10 to 11, isn't it? So maybe that's the
It's on Sky box office, right?
Yeah. So it's 10 to 11. They're just people. If people want to know what's going on, Joshua and Pulev are just walking around the ring together. They're just walking around, because I think they're just walking back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, sure can get cold that way. You don't want to get cold out there.
Yeah.
I mean, Pulev's been out there about 8 minutes now.
Yep.
I feel like AJ's been kind of tight for a while now in his fights. I think it kind of started with the Joseph Parker fight. Just looked tight under pressure.
Does he look
Put
tight
himself
tonight?
under pressure, not letting his hands go like he was in the past.
Yeah.
Even when he fought Povetkin and stopped him, it just didn't look like the guy before then. I want to see if he's gonna let the pressure kind of ride that wave of the pressure and let those hands go, because pressure, we all feel it. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. It's whether you let it push you down, or you're gonna ride it, because you're gonna feel it no matter what. In sports, man, it's a big moment, a lot of money on the line, a lot on the line. You know what I'm saying? But you can't let the pressure of the moment get to you. You got to step up, ride the wave, and we'll see. They look, they talk, I think we're looking at a big moment here. You know, we need Pulev. You know, in all honesty, it's almost like we kind of need Pulev to go ahead, step to the side, let some nut. You know, the Joey Joyces of the world. You know, the Michael Hunters of the world. Time for those guys to come in to the fold and get into the mix. And AJ,
Absolutely.
you have the opportunity now to send this guy, send him packing. You
He's
know,
banging
hey,
his gloves,
nice
banging his
retirement
gloves,
plan
banging
for
his
you.
gloves. And he's
Yeah,
saying something cool. He's banging and banging his gloves and saying something. Come on, come on.
get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Let's go. Let's go. Waiting. What is going on? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's been a while here.
Is this some sort of mind games or what? What is the stupidness?
Oh,
They're just announcing Anthony Joshua now.
let's get it.
Anthony Joshua.
Let's get it. Let's get it. It's time to see what he can do here.
It is time to see.
Time to see what he can do here. You know,
Have you ever known a fight with two fighters, a world heavyweight title fight, with two guys just walking around the ring for so long?
yeah, you know, honestly,
This is unprofessional, man.
yeah, it's just
Especially
not
with COVID and everything else that's going on, the
it's just not
protocols.
tight, man. I'm just wondering why it's taking so long. Like it seems like everything's ready. Like the fighters are there, the reps in the ring. Like you
Yeah.
really don't need too much else, do you? The judges should be out there already. Like, what are you waiting on?
Right, Pulev's got his top off.
Let's go.
Pulev's loosening his arms up, bouncing back and forth.
I'm sure he
He's
needs to,
ready to go.
man.
Okay.
Are you saying you feel something weird going on? Like kind of like that ring walk we saw February 22nd that took about
Let's hope.
2 hours.
Two banging gloves. The two bang gloves
Oh,
together.
okay. Okay, AJ. Let's get it, man.
I'm not doing this to myself again. This is the last time I'm doing this, for a big fight. It's too much. I just want to enjoy boxing, enjoy fights. I feel like I'm in there fighting now.
Jeez.
Okay, first round. Pulev in the center of the ring with Joshua. Hands held high, Joshua, as with Pulev. Pulev bouncing, up and down, bouncing in front of Joshua. Joshua jab to the body.
Yeah, they're gonna be feeling each other out this first round.
Absolutely.
Pulev's
Lots
working
of
in. A lot of punches being thrown right now, just kind of getting the distance, feeling each other out a little bit. AJ's coming with the jab.
nice jab there from AJ.
Not a lot happening here. Just kind of feeling each other here. I'm sure they're both pretty cold after that stationary period, trying to shake it out. They're both doing a lot of jumping around.
Mm-hmm.
AJ parrying with the jab, reaching, trying to gauge the distance. Kind of pawing with the jab a little bit there. Not really looking to land it, using it to gauge distance. Then he mixes in a jab to the face. Another jab to the face. There you go.
Jab from
Pulev
AJ.
comes with a jab but misses. AJ meets him with another jab to the face.
AJ tried the right hand over the top there.
AJ walks in, hand up, hand up. It's a size difference in this fight, too. Pulev looks a little shorter than 2 inches shorter.
He is. But they're
Jab
both
by
weighing.
AJ.
They both weigh
Rocks
the
the head
same.
back a little bit. Oh, Pulev comes in with a left hook. Brushing blow. AJ took it well. AJ comes back with a jab. Still parrying with that left hand. Active left hand. Comes with the right. Another jab. AJ. Round. Gotta give that one to AJ.
Okay.
AJ.
How did both guys look for you?
Well, they both looked good. It looked like they were just trying to get warm. It looked like AJ got warmer first. AJ was definitely working with that left hand, real active left hand. He was mixing in range finding with the pawn jab, with a sharp jab. Came across with one good right hand, landed it over the top. Pulev's best moment is he got a good jab into the body kind of earlier in the fight, and then he got in a brushing left hook, kind of jumped in with it. But AJ's really keeping the distance well. So it's like if he's going to land those power shots, he's going to have to kind of come in leaping, and that's not to his advantage. So round one goes to AJ for sure, 10-9, easy work. Got to see if Pulev can get away from that jab. But he's kind of coming with it down. He's kind of blinding with it. So it's going to be a little tough for him. We'll see what Pulev does to adjust, meets him out there in the ring. AJ hopping. No punches thrown. Still range finding with the left. Keeping that left out there. Mixing a jab. Pulev jab to the body. AJ jab to the body. Pulev looking to get close to this fight, this round. They exchange jabs, and AJ misses with the overhand right. Pulev looking to step a little closer. AJ's keeping it out, pawing. Jab with AJ. AJ resets, sets back in the pocket. Pulev tries to reach in. AJ backs him up with a good jab to the face. Splits the guard with the jab. Pulev jab to the body. AJ comes with a combination. Left, right, left, right, left. Pulev blocks it, takes it well, smiles. Pulev with the shots behind the head in the clinch.
That's what Pulev does.
AJ opened up with a nice combination there. Pulev got his arms up and blocked him, but that's what AJ needs to do. He needs to open up. AJ looks loose tonight. Doesn't have that tight look. Looks like he's in there to come in. He's in there for business. Jab to the body, jab to the body. Pulev comes with a wild left hook, misses. Left hook by AJ, block, jab, AJ. AJ comes in with Pulev comes with the sweeping left, misses.
Pulev's yet to throw the straight right hand.
Can't get it in. Can't get close enough. AJ's really doing a good job controlling the distance. Oh.
Seeing the jab here from Anthony Joshua here. Great jab there from Joshua. But Kubrat Pulev blocking the shots. Great defensive work there from Pulev there for the end of that round.
AJ's really controlling the range really well, though, with that pawn jab. I like it. It looks like something he's kind of
worked on.
He's been working on that for sure. He hasn't been doing that in his last fights. Keeping that right hand high. He's got to come ready to fight tonight. He's got to blast this guy out of here. He's got to get this guy out of here. Out of here. He's got to get this guy out of here tonight. Third round here. Pulev is looking to walk in, but he's going to have to take some serious risks here if he's going to get that right hand in. And he can't. He's going to have to get that right in if he's going to win it. They're talking. Ref breaks him up.
Oh. Joshua loses balance. Joshua Pulev hits Joshua around the side of the head.
Whoa. Pulev clipped him with a left hook. I don't know. He got close.
Good right hand there from AJ.
AJ as well is going to have to start letting some rights go. There he goes. Just misses under the chin.
Great right hand from Joshua. He's hurt Pulev.
Oh.
Pulev slips it and covers and tucks and dives and holds on. Great shot there from Joshua. And Pulev smiles. Pulev smiling and holding on. And Joshua trying to finish Pulev now in the third. And Pulev just tucking up. And Pulev slipping, sliding. Holds himself up, looks at Pulev. Joshua coming after Pulev now. Uppercut from Joshua, right hand. Uppercut, great shot from Joshua here. Pulev against the ropes. Pulev looked like... Got him at the back of the head, Pulev saying something. Joshua really doing a number on Pulev here. Pulev in trouble here. 40 seconds to go. Joshua doing a number on Pulev at the moment. Joshua coming after Pulev. And Pulev holding on. But Pulev is down he goes. Kubrat Pulev. But he's okay. He's up. But he's on steady legs. Round 3. This is good work from Joshua here. Referee's pulling back. Giving Pulev time to recover. But Pulev just jabbing his way back. Joshua's after Pulev still, looking to land one big shot on Pulev to finish the fight off. Pulev ties up. And the bell goes and Pulev whacks Joshua. And then Pulev goes back to the corner. Wow. That was a big round from Joshua there. Pulev was really rocked. But let's look at this. Joshua pulls back as Pulev throws the jab. Right hand over the top from Joshua. Beautiful shot. But Joshua hit Pulev for some great shots. Really great shots from Joshua here. Some great shots there from Joshua. He was all over Pulev.
Pulev got a little close. AJ comes in with the right.
They're just showing the replays here. Joshua smells blood on Pulev. And the referee's saying something to Joshua.
Uppercut did it. AJ's looking ready.
And the referee's having a word with Joshua.
He wants
having a word with Joshua. He's giving Pulev time to recover.
Oh, that's BS. Let's go. What are they having a chat before the? What is this? What is this? Let's fight. What is this? That's shenanigans. What's that?
Round 4. So Pulev had his time to get his head cleared.
What was that?
Don't know what the referee was doing there, but he's definitely giving Pulev a chance to recover.
Just
I'm a fan of Pulev, but wrong is wrong. That what happened there?
Fireside chat there to
Not
talk
on,
to
not
both
on.
of them. Guess he was giving
Pulev,
a school lesson.
Joshua, double jab right hand from Joshua.
AJ looking to finish. AJ looking to finish.
He is
Jab,
looking
jab,
good.
right. Nice.
Look sharp, AJ in control. AJ's definitely made improvements for sure.
Not a young man anymore, man. This is their prime. This is
Right
the
hand there
prime.
from Pulev. A good right hand there from Pulev. And Joshua has to hold for a second. Good right hand there from Pulev.
Oh.
But Josh took it though.
Seemed to have taken it. Seemed to have taken it well. This is the semifinal fight right here. This is the final four. You got to get it in.
Pulev did overreach with the jab, so he might not want to overreach that jab again. He's got to feint more if he's going to come in with the jab.
On the line for AJ. Can he handle the pressure? So far, he's handling it well. It's like he's loosened up. Behind the head, ref warns.
Yep. Just feinting and jabbing at one another at the moment. Pulev hold a bit. I think Pulev's head is cleared. I think.
I think so at this point.
But he's got to make adjustments. Oh, try the right hand there, Pulev. Joshua just slipped under it. Pulev's starting to get that right hand off now. Double jab from Pulev. He tries to club Joshua on the back of the head, and Joshua clubs right on the back of his head.
Pulev trying to make it an ugly fight.
Yep.
Trying to muddy it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. He's got to make adjustments. Pulev's got to make adjustments. At this level of world boxing, you've got to make adjustments. If you get caught with a counter right over the top, you've got to make adjustments. I mean, if you can look at this great uppercut here, look at the shots Pulev was taking. That really big uppercut he took. The right hand he walked onto was enormous. That would have knocked out most heavyweights.
Well, AJ's definitely in front here, but let's see if he can finish it. He's got to just keep being aggressive with that jab, and then what he's actually been doing this entire fight, he just needs to keep doing it. He's just coming in with that jab, range finding, mixing in the range finding pawn jab with the stiff jab, right hand, combinations when you get close.
Yep.
Mixing the uppercut.
He did put a lot out of that round. There we go. Here's round 6. See, the older Pulev would need a few rounds to get himself going. You'd think now, 6 rounds in, you'd think he'd get going now. But he's been dropped. Here comes AJ trying the uppercut on the inside. And Pulev catches AJ with a short right hand on the inside. Pulev is looking to hit AJ with that right hand. He's trying to get the rangefinder going, but in all that what he's doing, he's just got to be careful he doesn't walk onto something again. AJ's caught him earlier. He mustn't overreach. AJ using the jab, and he's kind of moving the jab up and down on Pulev.
I think AJ needs to mix in that jab. Now's a good time to come with a left hook.
Pulev's doing the things that he normally does now, holding and grabbing and disrupting. That's what Pulev does now. The grabbing and disrupting of Pulev. That's another part of the Pulev game plan. That's all well and good, but it isn't come grab with me. This is a fight.
Well, he's already down. He's going to have to start scoring some shots. He's got to start landing some shots here.
Well,
Plus, he's a smaller guy. Does he really want to go in there and start wrestling with somebody that's bigger than him?
Well, he's made a career of doing that, to be honest.
He's coming in with the headlock. AJ, why you see AJ's coming in and he's getting them, and he's actually catching AJ and putting him in the headlocks.
And AJ's left arm is dropping significantly. Our left arm is dropping where he's been jabbing. He's bringing the left arm down by the waist now. Just needs to be careful of that. Great jab. Right hand there from Joshua. Joshua mustn't allow himself to get back to ropes by Pulev. He's got to stay off those ropes.
AJ's doing this thing when he throws the right hand, he's ducking his head in.
Yep. Oh, good right hand there from Pulev! That was a good right hand there. Clean. So Pulev throws his first right. And a good right again from Pulev! Joshua smiles. Says no. Is Pulev starting to time Joshua? Is Pulev starting to warm up in the fight? Two good right hands from Pulev. Was a better round for Kubrat Pulev. Landed two clean right hands.
Jab to the body. Good jab to the body by AJ to end the round.
What do you think of that round, Coach?
What do you think? That was a tough one to score.
Kubrat Pulev is starting to land the right hand. He's starting to put AJ in headlocks.
AJ kind of dominated that round with the jab. Just was a little short with that right hand, drive it back against Pulev. But he did land it, but he was going back. Missed with the uppercut, too, in the exchange. But a couple of really good jabs of the body to end the round, right in the solar plexus. I think it's game on now. We got a fight on our hands now. We're going to see if AJ's here to win it. I still think you would give that round to AJ, but I could see how it could be a swing round, though.
Okay. He's got this thing, AJ, where he's pawing his hands in the air all the time. I'm not sure if that's a thing he's using to disrupt Pulev, or AJ tried a right hand there, straight right hand. Pulev didn't see it. Well, Pulev see it coming. Or Pulev tried a right hand there, AJ out the way of it. Pulev's coming to try. He's trying to try and win this fight, for sure. Double jab from Pulev. I see AJ gets caught for short left hook on the inside.
It's competitive out here tonight. Pulev came to fight, but AJ needs to start landing some shots. Get this man out of here. Pulev comes in violent. Misses, though, with the right hand. AJ's landed some pretty good jabs to the body this fight.
The Pulev right hand is just missing AJ now. We'll see more and more of it as the rounds are going on. I don't know if AJ's trying to set him up for one big shot, as a la the Povetkin fight.
It's like AJ's almost trying to kind of gauge and see the shots coming and duck and move his head out the way off the line.
Pulev tried a right hand there. Pulev tried a right hand. AJ just ducked under it. Just.
Bold exchange. I tell you, AJ's jab in this fight. AJ's jab is controlling this fight.
Well, we tried a right hand again over the top there. Oh, Pulev trying to fight on the inside with AJ. Whacking the body, whacking the top of the head. Pulev getting closer to AJ. Closing the range out slowly. Pulev trying to get on the inside. The referee having a word with AJ. Pulev closing the range down on AJ. He's getting close to AJ. I'd like to know where they got this referee from. I really do question this referee tonight. And I want to know where they got this referee from because I don't know. It looks like the referee seems to be favouring more Pulev.
He's an odd-looking character in the ring there.
That referee seems suspect. And look, jokes aside, I mean, obviously, I think Pulev can win the fight, but it's beside the point. Referee's a referee. Do you understand? And if a referee's not doing his job, or he's blatantly giving somebody else more time to recover, or he's allowing one person to allow them to use the game plan, and no one. And the strange thing is, it's in AJ's town or in AJ's country.
Hey,
and
man.
I understood it was the other way around, fine for AJ, but no. Maybe he's just a fair referee. I don't know.
It's wild out here, right? You never know. You never know.
You see what the referee keeps doing? It's very quick to push AJ back after every round. Watch. Do you notice?
Yeah. In every exchange, yeah.
So this is round 7. Try the right hand there, AJ. Try to force a right hand through there. And the referee pulls him off again. And the referee's having a word with AJ, and Pulev's having a word with the ref as well, and AJ.
Tell you what, this ref is like, Professor Magoo over here, just doing a whole lot of talking. Brother, it's not about you tonight.
Oh, right hand on the top there for Pulev. Josh takes it. Uppercut inside from Joshua. Pulev hits around the back of the head.
AJ's landing some really nice jabs to the body. Jab right. Ooh, uppercut. There you go. There you go. There you go. Open up. Right, left, right.
Pulev's covering up. He's taking all that and smiles at Joshua. And throws an uppercut of his own on the inside. And then a left hook inside. Pulev. Pulev's blocking all Joshua's best shots now. He's got better defense than he had against Klitschko, that's for sure.
Body. Jab to the body. Jab to the body. AJ's putting a lot of money in the bank there. Again, he's going to the body. That's going to pay off in the later rounds.
Mm-hmm. Who's the fitter man? Over 12 rounds, though.
AJ catches Pulev coming in with a jab. Shakes his head back.
JJ looks like he's tiring. He's got hit with 2 shots and a body shot. Seemed to slow him up a bit. He's back on it again. He looked like it for a second. AJ looked like he was slowing up there.
AJ's jab is controlling this fight. Jab, jab, power jab. Stepping forward with the jab now. AJ comes with the little at the end of the round. I'll tell you what, I'm proud of
right
AJ.
hand there from Pulev at the end of the round.
I'm proud of AJ there. AJ looks like he's been putting in some work. He's had a year off here. He looks like he's been putting in some work, and I'm liking that jab. Hey, Ingram, like we've been saying here in these last couple of fights,
The jab.
taking it back to the basics. Taking it back to the basics with the jab.
See, AJ's throwing a lot of big, heavy shots on Pulev, but Pulev just blocking, riding. So he's seeing the shots now, Pulev.
AJ's taking some shots from Pulev. He's taking them well. He's taking them well. You know what it is? He's taking them, he's seeing them, and they still get in, but he's seeing them. He's not getting caught while he's throwing his own shots, which is a big change for him.
Absolutely.
So for AJ, that's a big plus, and it shows he's been working on his game.
Well, I've seen AJ's stamina. I think I've said Pulev's the fitter guy going down the stretch. Pulev's got to be the fitter guy for me. He's done 12 rounds more times than AJ.
Oh, he definitely has. But we'll see if AJ's jabs to the body. See if those tickets to the bank he's got there, if he's those are going to work.
Pretty. Oh. So it's funny, clinch there. They're talking to one another. AJ and Pulev are
The ref is talking to him. He's telling him. AJ's getting a little tired of Pulev's little histrionics in the clinches there, hitting him in the back of the head. There you go.
All right, hand there for Pulev. AJ just pull away from that one.
AJ
Pulev's
took it
right
well.
Right hand more. AJ's getting caught with the right hand more.
AJ comes with the right left.
Pulev blocks some shots now.
Jab to the body, jab to the body.
He's blocking AJ's shots now. Does AJ have it in him to do 12 rounds after putting in all them big shots?
Here we go.
Pulev tried to throw a right hook, a left hook.
AJ jabs to the body. Those jabs to the body, AJ. Jab to the body, jab to the body. Comes with the right. Pulev misses his own left hook. It's getting rough in there now.
Mm-hmm.
Getting rough and rugged.
Rough suits Pulev.
Taking AJ to school. Taking AJ to school now. Is AJ earning a degree here? Advanced boxing, heavyweight 101.
Pulev's getting closer and closer to AJ. And is that because AJ's beginning to tire?
AJ just missed the uppercut. Jab. Right. Jab. Does AJ have the concussive power to get this guy out of here, Ingram?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Has AJ got the stamina to do 12 rounds after putting in so much work? On a guy in Kubrat Pulev, he's blocking his best shots now.
I remember when Klitschko beat Pulev, and after he dropped him that final time, Klitschko was in his corner. You know, because Pulev, he's just one of those guys that just gets on your last nerve, man.
Yeah.
He's just in there. He's scrappy. He's hitting you here, hitting you late. Just wow.
Yeah, sitting there, Pulev getting hit in AJ with the right hand. Fortunate again.
But he just can't get away from that jab. Plus those jabs to the body that AJ lands. AJ's landing a good 4 to 5 really clean jabs right in the middle solar plexus area every round.
Referee pushing Joshua back again.
End of the ninth.
Yep.
Here's what we'll
Pulev
see
comes
what
out
kind
with
of shape they're in. What kind of shape are these guys in? AJ getting back with that jab, pumping that jab, pumping that jab. Woo! Pulev comes with the right.
oh.
I think if AJ just gets close and starts letting some right hands go, we'll get him out of here. Like he's actually those jabs to the body. Time with that faint jab to the body, right hand. It's
AJ
there.
put his hand in the air to acknowledge somebody he wasn't hurt by the Pulev right hand.
He's got to feint with that jab to the body. Because Pulev's keeping his hands up high. So he's giving jabbing to the body. Pulev actually got the low trunks. His trunks aren't up high. So that whole midsection is there. He's been taking it all night. Feint to the body, come with that right hand. Pulev comes in, uppercut by AJ.
He's trying to uppercut. But Pulev's seen it, I think, now. Right hand across the top by Pulev. Josh just skips out the way of it. Pulev tries the left hook.
Well,
Joshua moves out the way of it.
I mean, I think it's fair to say at this point, Pulev, considering he got knocked down twice, he's going to need a knockdown of his own.
3 uppercuts, 4 uppercuts from Joshua. Pulev takes all of them.
AJ coming in with the uppercuts. Wow. Vicious. I'm liking this AJ tonight.
Uh-oh, it's getting nasty there between
It's
the two
getting
of them.
chippy in there. AJ's getting tired of the BS. He's getting tired of Pulev. Getting tired of those cheeky shots in the clinch. He's getting tired.
Oh, great uppercut. Great uppercut from Joshua.
AJ
with hold on. Down goes Pulev. 32 seconds. No,
I don't know.
This time.
I don't know.
The referee's told Pulev to go back to his corner.
Okay. Let's go.
Now, 17 seconds for Joshua to finish Pulev off.
Done. That's it. Does he get up? Right hand. Does he get up? Can he make it? He's done. Right hand, AJ, knockout.
Congratulations.
Anthony Joshua takes a bow with the KO. Finishes Kubrat Pulev.
That was impressive. That was impressive.
He steps into the big leagues. He says, I'm here. I'm here for the big fights. You know what? Salute to you, brother. Salute to you.
That was
all on the line.
Mm-hmm.
All on the line.
Mm-hmm.
All on the line tonight. Everything. Everything was on the line.
Wow. Pulev. Joshua,
everything.
Joshua did well tonight. He did well tonight. You've got to give him credit for what he did. He made improvements. Your thoughts?
Well, you know what? Is what I guess we expected. For me, I thought AJ was going to stop Pulev. But Pulev definitely came to fight. I was very, very impressed with AJ's jab. Like we said, Ingram, people are getting back to the basics, man. Like this long period off here with COVID, lots of time to just train in the gym, and you can't really do a whole lot of.
That's the first fight I've seen AJ actually dominate behind a jab against a guy who's a very good jabber.
I tell you what, he came in.
That was impressive.
And he was hitting them with different levels. He was mixing it to the body and to the head, hiding behind he kept that right hand high, and he took some decent shots and took them well. It's the best chin AJ's displayed in a while, So whatever they did different in camp, they need to keep it up. And I mean, hey, you fought a rugged veteran, a rugged guy, a grown man, guy that's been in there, mixed it in with some of the, Vladimir Klitschko's of the world. And he got him out of there. So the soap
Yeah,
opera continues, right?
yeah. For heavyweight boxing, it's great that AJ won.
Yeah, definitely.
Nobody really wants to see Kubrat Pulev versus Tyson Fury. So
we wouldn't have seen Kubrat Pulev till 2022. I promise you, Kubrat Pulev wouldn't have fought nobody next year. Kubrat would have just had the belts and just been sitting in Bulgaria with the belts, just like this, just kind of laid back. And Kubrat, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that little reporter he was kissing on, is she there? Is she out there? Party tonight?
Let's get Uncle Bashir in the room. Let's get Uncle Bashir in. Uncle Bashir, you want to come in the room?
Get a table.
Let's get Uncle Bashir in the room.
12.
Let's get Uncle Bashir in the room. Uncle Bashir, come in the room. Come in the room, Uncle. Let me get Uncle. Let's get Uncle in the room.
It's a big time right hand. Came with the jab. Boom. Right hand on the chin. Right on the button to end the fight. It's done. No chance of getting up.
That's how you got to beat Pulev. You got to nail him to the canvas.
You got to, hey, I mean, he got up after the first one. Now they're talking after the fight. And, respect. They're pounding it up and giving some dap after the fight.
Let me get Uncle Bashir.
Look at these guys. They're like hyped up together at the end of the fight. Wow, okay. Guess Pulev's check must have been nice, huh, Ingram, for him to be so happy getting knocked out.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know how you smile after getting dropped like that. I guess that check, he's been waiting on that. He's smiling. He's like, yeah, this is the big fight right here, man. I needed this check, man.
Hey, let's get Uncle Bashir. Check your WhatsApp. I've just sent you an invite. This should be hot now. Come in, Uncle. Come in. Come in, Uncle. It's about time. I was on a good little winning run, but Uncle's back now, so he's got something to say now. You all got me. You all got me this time. You all got me this time.
I'm proud of AJ.
But you see,
good for him.
Uncle Bashir says that Pulev is not known as an outstanding puncher. I don't want to take anything away from AJ. Do you know what I mean? There's a good performance. But let's see what Uncle Bashir's in the room. Let's get Uncle Bashir in the room as well. There we go. Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
You look.
Hold on. Let me get the banner. Let me get the banner off so we can. Let's get you up, Uncle, and we'll give you the whole platform to yourself. Because last time I was in your face about it all. So let's get you in the face.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Pulev did exactly what I figured that he was going to do. He's never been known to be a big puncher against quality opposition.
Okay.
He's a decent boxer, and I think that he did what he could do on the heavyweight landscape being what it is. But I think that tonight was it for him. Tonight was the coup de grace for him. He's done.
What did you make of AJ's performance overall?
Well, AJ did most of what I expected him to do, except that I felt that he made the fight a little more complicated than what it had to be, because he could have controlled, as I said in the very beginning, get behind the jab and look to land the right hand. Nothing fancy, I said at the very beginning. Remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get behind the jab. What I said was get behind the jab and look to land the right hands, a la Sonny Liston, because he has the size, he has the girth, and he has the power on both hands. So when you got two-handed power the way that Anthony Joshua has, you don't have to go to a whole lot of excess, this and that and up and down. You just get behind basic combinations, double jabs, straight right hands, wherever the right hand lands. This is one thing that today's trainers don't teach. They don't teach that. They do a lot of fancy pad work and stuff that has much to do about nothing. When a lot of times it's not necessary. When you got a guy as AJ is what 6'6",
Yes.
6'6", 242, and he can punch. You don't have to have all of that excess of stuff.
Let me,
Bending over, throwing body punches and all that. You don't have to do that.
if Wilder fought Pulev tonight, what would have happened?
If Wilder fought Pulev tonight, Pulev would have been gone in 2 or 3 rounds.
And Tyson Fury?
Tyson Fury would have taken a little longer, but I think Tyson Fury would have stopped him too.
Were you concerned at all in the amount of times Joshua was getting hit later on in the fight?
You have to be concerned when you got 2 heavyweights out there, so you have to be a little concerned. But I wasn't overly concerned because Pulev, again, does not have the reputation for being a notorious puncher in the heavyweight division. He'll never be remembered as being the guy that can hurt you. He'll never be remembered as a George Foreman or Ernie Shavers. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
He won't. He noted for that. So Joshua was able to take those punches from him, and you see Joshua never really showed any great effect from those punches. So again, you go back to the fact that Pulev has not had a reputation for being a big puncher.
Yes. Yes.
I think with this fight, it's best to say that Pulev is done. He can go away now.
Coach Chris, is there anything you'd like to say about it?
Yeah, hey, Coach Bashir, man, much respect, man. It's the first time I've ever got a chance to poly with you, man. Glad to meet you, sir. Much respect to you.
Yes.
I just wanted to get a take from Coach, and just I wanted to see what you thought of the changes AJ made for this fight. I think Pulev isn't the best competition, obviously. He's on his way out, probably of the upper echelon, making way for guys like Joe Joyce and Michael Hunter. That's just how sports work, out with the old and with the new. But just I wanted to get your take on some of the changes AJ made, especially with his being able to change the jab with different levels. I think that was really big for him, and I just want to get your take on that.
Every fight offers a different outlook, a different picture of what a fighter must, can, and is willing to do. Every fight offers a different picture of what a fighter must, can, and is willing to do. So the things he got away with Pulev tonight, he couldn't get away with a Wilder. He may not be able to get away with it with a Fury. He just made the adjustments tonight for the fight, for the opponent that was in front of him. So I respected that day. He made the adjustments, and that's what boxing is about. Being able to stop on a dime and say, "Oh, I got to change something here. To have my way, I got to change something." So he did what was available to him to do. But him reaching in with those body punches was good for him because it was like putting money in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the basic rudiments that I teach the boxers that I work with. Always look to land those body punches, those straight jabs to the stomach. They'll drive somebody crazy. They'll drive you to a case of diarrhea if you keep doing it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nobody does it. Nobody quite does it the way Floyd Mayweather does it. Floyd stuffs it in there like he's trying to force mail into a mailbox.
Right. Yeah. He did.
He'll distract you with some stuff upstairs, a left hook, a tap with the jab, a right hand, and then stab you right back through the belly. I tried to teach that to all of the boxers that I work with because it's going to rob the bank. It's going to rob the bank in time, and it does not take a long period of time. It can happen in 2 or 3 rounds. She's sticking that jab like the way AJ was sticking the jab in there. So, it doesn't take a whole lot.
Yeah, I was real impressed with that because Pulev had the trunks really low, which surprised me. I didn't think anybody would do that in a heavyweight fight. I thought you'd always just kind of keep them above the navel, just kind of off of general principle there.
Let me tell you something.
You're muted, Ingram.
The shot I liked the most tonight about it was from AJ wasn't the uppercut, wasn't the jab, was actually the shot that was when he step back. And as Pulev came on, he rocked back and he hit Pulev for the right hand.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was beautiful because by him doing that, rocking back and hitting Pulev for that right hand, it stopped Pulev doing what Pulev does best, which is get that jab out, get that jab in your face, and does his work. So he neutralized Pulev by stepping back as Pulev came in, cracked him with that right hand over top, as if say, you know what? If you come in and overstretch that jab again, I'm gonna crack you that right hand again. So it was really, that was the best punch. I think. I know the uppercuts and all the rest that he threw at the end, but that right hand he hit, he stepped back and he hit AJ with the right hand was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
I've never seen AJ actually step back and throw that shot before. Uncle, have you seen him throw that shot before?
No, it's probably like Coach Chris said that he's been in the lab and he's been working.
Yeah.
So he's trying different things. That's what I try to get all of the boxers under my tutelage. I tell them, try things in the gym. If it doesn't pan out the first, second, third time, keep trying it. Keep trying it. The old adage says that practice makes perfect. So you can't get discouraged with it. You got to just keep trying it. Keep trying it. I've even had these guys alluding to watching Julio Cesar Chavez and Mickey Ward, the way they throw the body punches. If you keep trying it, if you keep practicing it, keep trying it, over time, it's going to come into place.
Muscle memory.
Yes.
Yeah.
Muscle memory. Yeah. You just got to practice.
Many years ago, I got hit with a body punch, a liver shot in the gym, just in the gym. And I was on that floor for about 5 minutes, and I kept praying to God that the pain would go away, the numbness would go away. I was paralyzed. I knew what was happening. I understood where I was, but it was nothing I could do about it. I couldn't. I was sending my brain commands to get up, but I couldn't do it. Ella De La Hoya versus Bernard Hopkins.
Coach, I'm glad you mentioned that because I was going to say something about that. That right there might be the best body shot I've seen landed in a big fight that I can remember. Because you usually don't remember the big body shots like that, but the way he set that up and worked his way inside and came with that left to the body, you can't. Bernard Hopkins is a professor, man. He can teach classes.
It wasn't a very powerful shot. It was a quick shot, but it wasn't he didn't load up on it. He just let it go.
Yeah. And when Oscar went down, it's like he's not getting up. There's no way. You could look on his face and tell he wasn't going to be able to get up. I don't know how he felt after that fight. He might have been peeing blood, man, like that. Woo.
Yeah, it's that area around in and around that liver, and it's a paralyzing shot. It doesn't hurt as much as it robs you of your breathing. You're struggling to breathe. You're struggling to get your oxygen flowing again. And
I got
a terrible feeling.
I got hit there playing lacrosse. Actually, I got caught. I got checked there. And I remember everybody was like, man, that's the shot. And then I was on the ground and I was just crawling like, whoo. Like,
and you like begging God, please.
Yeah, you really can't feel your whole from like your hip almost to your knee on that side of the body. You really don't feel it because your body's in shock.
But
those are vital organs. Those are vital organs right there.
Your biggest concern is getting some air.
Yeah, your body's almost like, hey, you got hit in a real. Your body's gonna react. So
it's a vague position.
So AJ was definitely. I mean, I liked the way he was mixing it up. he would come with the parry jab, parry, 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 boom, boom, and then reach into the body, get him in the solar plexus.
I guess.
And I
I
also
guess.
like the weight he's at too. He's not bulked up, super.
No, he's slim. He's slim.
You know, he was
You know,
lean.
I like. I think it's more of a mentality than it is physical attributes because Sonny Liston had a vicious jab, like it was like a red oak, and he was comfortably and confidently stepped forward behind that jab, and if something was on the other end of that jab, he'd beat it to a
Yeah.
pulp. He'd break
Yeah.
somebody's neck. All right. And he would just
I
jab, 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 and he would just lay the right hand out there, and whatever the right hand hit, it didn't matter whether it was the shoulder blade, the shoulder, the chest, whatever it hit, you knew that you was hit by something. And he'd go
Hey,
right
Coach, I
there.
got another question for you, Coach. It's a two-part question. One, could you tell us a little bit about those shots to the arms, to the elbows, to the hips that necessarily may not be scoring blows in a boxing match as far as points, but what are those doing in the battle of attrition? And then I also wanted to ask you too, what are some things that like you're working on in the gym with your fighters with with COVID, they may not necessarily have fights coming up. So it's like you got this free time that you're just in the gym working. What are some? It's a
I'm
two-part.
always, but when the referee comes into a locker room, he explains to each corner the basics of the fight and what he will tolerate and what he will not tolerate. He points out that he does not allow punching below the belt. The belt line should be exposing the navel button, not over the navel button. If the cup is over the navel button, then I will make reference to the referee that look, where's low at? You tell me where low is because I can't see the navel button. The navel button is supposed to show at all the time. If that cup rises above the navel button, he can't call the punch low. He can't call it because he let that belt rise above the navel button. So he points out that there's no punching below the belt. All right, everything above the belt is legal tender. You understand? I heard one of you guys was talking during the commentary that somebody, AJ, was landing solar plexus shots.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you solar plexus. Everything is legal tender above the waist. So I don't have my boxers to spend their time trying to hit somebody in the head with a jab. Hit him on the forearm with the jab. Hit him on the shoulder with the jab. Hit him on the bicep, on the tricep. Hit him where you can with the jab. Everything above the waist is legal, except for the kidneys. You can't go in the back and hit him in the kidneys. But everything else in front is legal.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't let him waste a lot of time trying to find a hole. I tell him to punch between the holes. That's the wise thing to do. Punch between the holes. And that's what Anthony Yard wasn't doing in the fight that he had. He wasn't punching between the holes. He wasn't taking what the opponent was giving him because he was out there trying to be gyrating his body and twisting and turning. But what was he doing? He wasn't doing nothing off of it. So
Well, Ingram, I gotta tell you, I'm sorry, Coach.
They let the fight get away from them. All right, many fights get away. A lot of fighters are not winning the fights because the people in their corners don't have the knowledge on what to tell the fighter. They don't have no knowledge about what instruction they try to give the fighter cliche kind of things. You know, how do you go look? How do you go wrong telling a guy work everything off your jab? How do you go wrong saying that? And most of the time, and many of the times, that knowledge doesn't even apply. But I hear the coaches say all the time, work everything off the jab. That's a safe place for an inexperienced coach to hide. It's a safe place because they say work all your shots off the jab. How can you go wrong by saying that there? But it does. If you
Right.
look at the fight, sometimes that knowledge does not apply. It doesn't apply at all. It's just
Yeah.
a safe place. It's just a safe place where they don't have nothing else to say, and they can't get in trouble by saying work everything off your jab.
Right.
And sometimes it doesn't even apply.
Just to remind everybody, this is Uncle James Ali Bashir. His fighter, the unbeaten Vlad Tsarenko, fights tomorrow night, Sunday night, or Sunday afternoon. So, Uncle, if you could let us know a little bit more about how Vlad Tsarenko is doing.
Yeah.
We are. He's resting now. He's in his room resting, and I'm in my room talking with y'all.
When's the fight tomorrow, Uncle?
Tomorrow night. Should be. I think he comes on about 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, 7 o'clock UK time.
Yes.
You guys 2 hours ahead of us, yeah?
Yes.
So tomorrow night, everybody, don't forget Vlad Tsarenko, Uncle Bashir's charge, is fighting tomorrow night. As for the
one of the reporters asked me today, well, was this a serious fight? I said, listen, when you in there, every fight is serious.
Yeah.
All I know is the guy has never been stopped. And I'm focused on trying to stop this guy, because if he stops him, he'll be doing something nobody else has done. Stop him. I don't sleep and underestimate no human being, because when you do that there, you're always gonna get in trouble. I don't take nothing lightly. I turn every stone over. So we're prepared, and we're going out there focused and try to stop this guy.
So you've seen Anthony Joshua tonight, the gold standard. So he's the gold standard, and your boy's coming for the ranks. What does it take for your boy to be competing at the gold standard? The creme de la creme, as they say.
You got to keep climbing the ladder. Don't worry about Anthony Joshua, Kubrat Pulev, none of those guys, because at this point, you're nowhere near those guys.
Mm-hmm.
You're still, in my opinion,
a puppy.
Yes, and you have so many things to learn, so many things I see inside the gym that you're not doing, that I'm trying to get you to understand that you must do.
We're in a takeaway society. We're in a fast food society now, Uncle Bashir. So what you're saying is great.
Like I told you, sometimes he gets upset with me. I said, but don't get upset with me, because I said, one day you'll be hugging and kissing me for what I'm telling you. I know, because I've been there. I know, I've seen it. I've been there.
He's a youngin'.
I was in the Lennox Lewis camp when Hassan Rahman stopped Lennox Lewis. I was in the Vladimir Klitschko camp. You understand? Right when Layman Brewster stopped. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. I understand. I was there in the corner the night that Samuel Peter put Vladimir Klitschko down. So I understand. You can't be in such a hurry. You can't be in such a hurry, because that's how you get in trouble. You miss things.
Yeah, he's not gonna catch up to these guys. These guys are classes above. They're just not there yet. The time is not there. These guys are already in their 30s.
I had an offer to come to AJ's camp with Vlad, but we were in camp with Tony Yoka, and then when we left Yoka's camp, they offered us to come into AJ's camp, and I wanted to go, but we had to have a visa. Vlad had to have a visa coming from Ukraine. He had to have a visa, and we couldn't go because there was no time. AJ fights tonight, Vlad fights tomorrow, so it was no time. By the time we got the visa, it'd have been time to fight.
Okay, let me ask you another question. Derek Chisora, I know I mentioned Derek Chisora, and people may laugh. How does Derek Chisora do against Anthony Joshua if he lands a right hand the way Pulev did?
I don't know. A lot of times I think these guys get in trouble when they get hit with a right hand or a good left hook. I think a lot of times it's not the impact of the punch. A lot of times it's the mentality. They're acting, they're going along with being hurt because I guess they think that they're supposed to be hurt. But AJ showed character tonight when he got hit. he acted responsible like a heavyweight champion is supposed to act. Okay, bang, I got hit with a good shot, but let me show you what I got.
I was shocked at Kubrat Pulev when he got hit by AJ. He was turning around, looked like he was trying to walk his way out the ring.
Yeah.
He was literally I'm watching this guy, I'm thinking, this is an experienced pro, and he must have got hit so hard, he was trying to walk through the front door.
Yeah.
Or get out the back door. I don't know what he was doing.
Instinct kicks in. Instinct says, listen, I'm being hurt. I need to get out of here. Instinct.
But yet, after that, he gets himself back up and try to get himself back into the fight. That's incredible.
That's the momentum. That's the momentum. I saw Chris Bird boxing Vladimir Klitschko. And I think it was the second fight they had. And after Chris was stopped, I went to Chris's locker room to see him and his wife, his mother and his father. And Chris was in the mirror shadow boxing, and the father eased up behind him and gently put his hands on his shoulder and said, Chris, it's over, man. It's done. And Bird turned around and was like, huh? He said, it's done. It's over. You can stop now. He was warming up because he thought that he was getting ready to go into the fight, but the fight had been stopped for about 15 minutes. In other words, he was concussive. He was concussive. So instinct plays a role in boxing just like life itself, you know?
Yes.
And you have to be responsible. That's why I was pointing out to you about the Du Bois fight. You're not an ophthalmologist. You know, nobody in the corner was an ophthalmologist. When that eye swelled up like that, there, my thinking as a professional is I better stop this fight before I cause this young man to lose his eye. And that does not, and him winning the fight does not take precedence over me saving his life. You know, because just like when I see Monty Barrett today, when I see Monty Barrett, Monty Barrett, when I see him, I'm so proud that, you know, of the way that he turned out. He's like, when you talking to Monty Barrett, you're talking like you're talking to somebody that's a brain surgeon, a scholar. You know, that's how well he talks. And I'm proud to have been his trainer because I said, look at that. Look at this guy talks and he communicates and he's always got some big ideas about business, you know? And I'm happy about that he could walk away from all of those tough fights that he had. He had some tough battles, man. He had some tough fights. And now he speaks just like a scholar. And that's a tribute to sane people working in his corner. Because you cannot pursue a win over the life of a person, you know? So Du Bois' corner, they was gambling because they were so into winning the fight. I thought Du Bois was ahead in that fight.
It was more about I would say it's more about the trainer's ego than the fighter's safety.
I've seen that there. I've seen that over and over and over and over again in the sport of boxing. I've been doing this for 51 years of my life, and I've traveled the globe, and I've been in the corner from the 4-round prelims all the way up to the world championships.
Did you see that guy that Lawrence Okoli fought? Did you see Coach Chris? Lawrence Okoli kicked the guy with a right hand, and it's like his whole body shuddered. His first round. And Chris Mannix, or not Chris Mannix, or Sergio Moro is saying when a guy starts reacting to punches like that, and it's the first round, neurologically, that's not a good sign. What are your thoughts on that?
No, listen, you're talking to an advocacy for life. A boxing match does not take precedence over somebody's life. You know, I told you, the young man, Abdul Salamov, that got injured over in New York. I told you 2 fights before that day, he fought one of my guys. Well, I was the hired gun. He brought me in to work with a guy a couple of weeks before the fight. And I thought that my kid, Burnett, his name was Burnett, If you look at Abdul Salam's records, the guy's last name was Burnett. I can't think of his first name, but his name was Burnett.
Was that Grant?
Huh?
Was it Grant Burnett?
No.
Okay.
But his name was Burnett. I know the last name was Burnett. And I stopped the fight in the second round because he had gone down at the end of the first round, and he got up and he finished the round. And I asked him eye to eye in the corner, "Are you all right?" He said, "Yeah," and he did. I looked at his eyes; everything looked okay. But when he went back out, he got hit again and went down. The way he went down and the way he got up, I just waved the fight off. And the guy in the corner was pulling my leg, saying, "No, let him go." I said, "No, I'm the chief second, and I want the fight. Stop now." And the guy himself said, "I'm all right." I said, "No, you're not. You're not all right. You're not all right." And 7, 8 months later, the guy called me up and said, "Hey, man, thank you. Thank you for saving my life. Because I wasn't all right. I was concussive. I felt." He said, "I didn't feel no pain, but I was so concussive, I didn't realize it." So sometimes you got to step in there. Like I said, with Ray Leonard versus Thomas Hearns.
Yep.
Hearns would have won that fight. I would have stopped the fight. I wouldn't have gambled. When Dundee told him, said, "Son, you're blowing it," and Ray went out there, did okay, But even with the great Dundee, I remember Freddie Pacheco doing a speech. He spoke about something. It was a biography, and he said that Dundee and everybody else in Ali's camp knew that Muhammad Ali was done. Freddie Pacheco, it's on YouTube. If you look it up, it's on YouTube. And he said Ali was done. He said Dundee and everybody in that camp knew it. They knew that Ali was done, and they still kept fighting. Freddie Pacheco said he left. He warned Ali, he said, "Listen, get out now and seek treatment." Because Freddie Pacheco, being a doctor, sensed that something was wrong. He felt the tremors through his examinations, and he felt the tremors long before they were apparent to everybody else. And he said that everybody in the camp knew it, but everybody was dependent on Ali, to make their living. So everybody turned a blind eye to it, and they let him keep fighting. But Freddie Pacheco left. He left. I left the camp. He said, I left it alone.
On the subject of trainers, just for 1 second, the question's been asked. Did you know who Pulev's trainer was, the black guy? Who was he? Do you know him?
No. Mm-mm.
So it's annoyed me that none of the media interviews Pulev's trainer. I wanted to know more about who he was. Would have got a better insight as to what was going to happen.
Well, I mean, didn't they have any interviews with him?
No, not really. Didn't seem so.
So no. You see that? A lot of time. What did I tell you? I told you a couple of days ago. You have people in boxing who won't spend a dime on a quality trainer. They'd rather get $1.
Do you know what? It's all about going back to school. So I will say, okay, I take this on the chin. Literally, more figuratively speaking, take this on the chin. What did I learn tonight? Pulev was experienced. I thought he would be able to use the jab and back AJ up to the ropes. And there were moments where I saw that, but it wasn't consistent enough. And he wasn't able to because AJ himself made adjustments on the fly, and he was able to catch Pulev coming in, which I was sort of surprised about. I was actually surprised that.
You know what? Even further is that today's boxer won't invest in their careers. Think about it now. These guys make hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes millions of dollars, and they will not invest in their careers. When I say that, they won't put 10 cents into their career.
It was in Hassim Rahman's corner, and he's from Vegas. Name is Ivan Kayson.
Kayson, I think I know who that is. It's one of the Rahman's family.
Yeah, he's in Rahman's corner.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, where's his expertise? I mean, his expertise. He's been around. He's working with Samuel Peace and stuff. But what does that say? You know, you got to have these guys.
That's that.
You have
That's.
these guys that's in boxing today at every level.
I should have. I should have picked up on that because he had that. Kubrat used to have that German training. Remember that German trainer he had?
Hmm.
He was a pretty good trainer, wasn't he?
Well, I had Iago Colazzi told me that he wasn't a good trainer.
Oh, it's interesting.
Iago Colazzi, when I worked with Iago Colazzi, he told me that he was upset with that trainer. I know who you're talking about, the German guy, the little
Yeah,
short guy, right? The little
yeah,
short
yeah,
guy.
yeah, 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 yeah,
He
yeah.
worked with the cruiserweight champion.
Lebedev
Huh? No,
or
no.
Breeders?
German cruiserweight.
Breeders?
Usyk stopped the German cruiserweight.
Huck?
Yeah, Marco Huck. He worked with
Well,
Marco Huck. And he worked with the middleweight champion. Who was the middleweight? Abraham. Abraham.
Yes, yeah, he worked with Abraham.
Yeah. But Iago Colazzi said that when he came to Ukraine, that he left that guy because he said the guy didn't provide for him.
Wow,
So what I'm
wow.
telling you is that a lot of times you have a lot of young people in the sport, fly by nighters,
Oh,
and they try to jump over everybody to get there. Like you said, egos,
I
egos,
learned, I
egos,
learned,
thing. Yeah.
I learned a harsh lesson tonight. Really, in all my looking at Kubrat Pulev and what he was doing, I should have taken a deeper look into the corner, and I should have really had a microscopic view of the corner as well. It's learning on the job, and next time I'm going to take a look at that corner because
well,
it's key.
Ingram, you got to also take into consideration, man. You saw AJ evolve a little bit tonight.
Yes.
You didn't see AJ
Yep.
control the jab
But
like this
but but,
tonight.
but
So,
yeah, I know he evolved, and I'm taking nothing away from AJ's performance whatsoever. He did what he did tonight. But I'm talking about for my own personal event, or when you're commentating, you want to get better, or when you're assessing a fight, you want to get better. And one of the things I felt tonight I could have done is done a little bit more research into that trainer because I thought that German trainer was still in his corner because experience is key in that fight. Who do you turn to when things aren't working right? Who does Kubrat Pulev turn to? If that guy in the corner doesn't know how to tell him, look, step around AJ or double up your jab or use more feints or look, you're getting time with the right hand over the top. You got to watch him uppercuts. Let AJ throw for more feints, step back, let AJ throw the uppercut and look to time AJ when he throws the uppercut with a straight right or do something different. But if the guy in the corner can't tell you that and he can't see that danger coming, you're walking into as a blind man into the ring because the trainer's your eyes.
The boxing establishment today don't even understand basic things to teach a boxer in the gym, not at the fight, because you can't train no boxer in the locker room. No, 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 no. It's showtime. When you get to the gate, when you get to that locker room, it's time to fight. I don't like nobody talking to my fighters in the locker room. I don't want nobody coming in talking about, you got to double the jab and then hook up. No, you don't tell them nothing. You go sit down somewhere. Sit your ass down. It's no time to train nobody. In the locker room, it's time to fight. I don't want nobody coming in saying, listen, work the hook after your jab.
right.
And I don't want nobody doing none of that
Hey,
because
hey,
it's time to fight now. It's time to fight.
hey,
All right?
coach, I'm the same way. I remember the last time I coached little football, I was with this high school team. And I remember they were just so nervous before this game. And I was like, what the hell are you nervous for? There's no need to be nervous. We're here now. Like,
Yeah.
you can't be nervous. You can't be worried. Like, we had all week to prepare, just like they had all week to prepare. You got it. It's showtime. Let's be aggressive. Do what we talked about all week and let it happen. Um, I'm wanting to see AJ keep evolving though, because I still feel like he's a little bit away from the top two guys, but he showed me he wasn't a complete hype job.
When
Yeah.
I
Um,
watch any boxer box, AJ, Pulev alike. If I'm in the opposing corner, I'm looking at AJ saying, what would I do if I were the instruction giver in that corner?
Right.
And I kept looking at flaws in AJ's armament. How would I do it? What would I do? What would I instruct my guy to do? Especially after Pulev got hit. And there are different applications that they could have used to prolong the fight, or either went the distance or either trapped AJ. They didn't set no traps.
Yeah.
Pulev didn't set traps.
He didn't.
He did the obvious. He did the obvious, and that's why he was getting caught, because he was doing the obvious thing to make himself available.
There was enough feints. I didn't see Pulev step back and try something different. I mean, I was surprised. I was expecting to see a bit more from him. But again, Joshua did the job. You know, you can't take away what Joshua did tonight. He did look good tonight. Somebody's now mentioned about Michael Hunter. If Michael Hunter was in there tonight, he would have beat AJ. What are your thoughts on that, Uncle?
Shit, if Michael Hunter was in there, he'd beat a whole lot of people. You know, Michael Hunter would beat a whole lot of people, because, like I said, you know, in the heavyweight division, everybody can punch, everybody can slug, but everybody can't box. And that's what Michael Hunter brings to the dance, is that he's slippery and he's a boxer.
Before we close,
my instruction to a Michael Hunter, somebody fight Michael Hunter, I would tell him to get on Michael Hunter like a lawnmower and do not get up until he's on that floor.
Uncle, while you're here tonight, I want to ask you about Alexander Usyk. After watching AJ tonight and watching Alexander Usyk fight against Derek Chisora, where do you see it now? Does Usyk have a better chance against Joshua now, or do you feel that Joshua is showing himself today?
Like I said, if I was in AJ's corner, my instruction is, where Chris went?
I think his camera's gone off.
If I were in AJ's corner, I would instruct him to invest in getting behind the jab and working the right hand, because he's a big guy, big, strong guy. You know what I'm saying? And he can move his feet. I wouldn't have him doing a whole lot of pad punching and all that stuff. I would put him on a heavy bag. You know what I'm saying? And I'd get him on the heavy bag, and I'd work that jab, and I'd work that hook off the jab, and I'd work that straight right hand. And I'd put my bread and butter in those three punches.
Yes.
Good jab, good left hook, good right hand. All of that, you know, the uppercut is good. He liked it. He liked that.
Mark Two Flash is in the house. I'm sure you know who Mark Two Flash is. Uncle? Mark Two Flash. Yeah, he's in the house. He got a message for him?
Yeah.
He says boxing skills tonight.
That's my man.
He said boxing skills.
Huh?
He said boxing skills.
Yeah. Look, you got to understand what you have. When you're working in a corner as a coach, you don't do stuff that you don't have to do. You don't do things that they're not good. Like I said, I did a lot of work with a Maurice Harris. And Harris would tell me different things. He said, I'm not comfortable throwing that punch. And I said, you know what? Forget it. And I'd take that out of that repertoire.
Okay.
You know, I would take it out of there, because I don't want him to get caught doing it. If a guy's not comfortable doing something, you don't make him do it.
Guys,
AJ is a guy that you don't have to do a whole lot of pretty stuff. I'd have him get on a heavy bag, one of those 300-pound heavy bags. You know what I'm saying? And I'd let him build that left jab up, and I'd hook off of that jab, and I'd make right hands off of that. And I would go to the bank on those three sequences of punches. I'd go to the bank with that.
Final word, Chris, about tonight's fight and the result.
Hey, good job by AJ, man. Hey, you know what? What's in the dark comes to light. I got to tell you, due to the politics and the way things are played, I haven't been the easiest on AJ and things like that. But I gotta give respect to the man where it's due. You know what I mean? He obviously was putting in some work, working real hard. on the fundamentals. Fundamentals have been ruling the day with the return to COVID in boxing, which is a good thing to see. And we'll just see where the story continues. Next up is AJ and Wilder and Fury for the trilogy fight, and the winner and AJ for undisputed. AJ's done his thing. He came into the fight, got Pulev up out of there. Now he's back to the lab. Take a recovery rate, take a break, get a little sun, and then right back in the gym to keep working, because you still got to catch up to Fury and Wilder to me. But Fury and Wilder trilogy match, have that coming up next.
I tell you, AJ and Usyk would be a good fight. AJ I saw tonight with Usyk, and that'd be a good fight. That'd be a good fight because it would be more of a boxing match than it would be an all-out shootout. And if you reduce it to a boxing match, then Usyk has a big chance to win. You know, but if AJ went in there with that Sonny Liston attitude, he would nullify all of that stuff.
Yes.
You know, he would nullify a lot of stuff that Alexander would do. But I think AJ would go in and try to make it a boxing match. And if he does that there, he allows Usyk to have a chance to beat him.
Right.
You know?
Okay, Uncle. Okay, Uncle. Thank you so much, Uncle, for stepping in tonight at the end. And finally, I'm just going to say this. Let me go and get the camera back.
Hey, Ingram.
Yes, Coach Chris.
Hey, Ingram.
Yes.
Hey, I just wanted to know, man, we can link, man, with Coach Bashir, because I'm out here in the DMV area. I'm a strength and conditioning coach, Coach Bashir. So I wanna start. I do everything from the strength and conditioning, explosive training, nutrition, meal plans, nutrition, all of that. I'm looking to work with fighters in my area. So if you know anybody in the DMV, I just want to come by the gym, see some training, meet with some people, and then I create programs. DC, Baltimore, Washington, DC, Baltimore metro area.
Oh, you right down the street from me, man. I'm in Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah, man. I'm looking to learn how to train these guys. I want to know what trainers need as far as like building muscle mass, building strength without adding weight. I can do that.
You in the DC, Baltimore area, go to the Headbangers. Go to Headbangers, and they'll find you. They got work.
I'm looking to work with some young dudes, man. I'll get them strong. I'll get them fit. That's what I do.
Go down to Headbangers. They got a lot of work down there. You know, I'm sure they're gonna pick you up down there. You know what Headbangers is in DC?
I'm gonna find out.
Or Headbangers, and then you go, and Baltimore's full of action too. I mean, you know, they got a lot of gyms down there, man. You should, I need you. I need you. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm hip. I'm hip. All right.
You know, they got a lot of action down there. They got a lot of action down there. There.
Actually, I'm pretty cool with Gary Russell's brother Batman. Me and him be chopping it up a little bit. So I'm gonna look like the Batman.
What happened to Gary Russell? What happened to him?
Huh?
What happened to Gary Russell?
He's chilling, man. He's just working, man. Hoping somebody want to fight him. Everybody want to act scared of him, yo.
Man, Gary Russell better get a promoter, man. I almost forgot about him.
He can't get a fight. Nobody want to fight the man. He can't fight. Nobody want to fight him.
But he's a world champion. I mean, it got to be a number 1 contender, number 2 contender.
Well, he's the WBC champion, 126. Nobody want the belt. They don't want no smoke with him. He can't. Coach. You know how big a fight between him and Tank Davis would be, between Baltimore and DC in Verizon Center and Baltimore Arena.
Yeah.
That'd be huge. They'd make a boatload of money.
Right.
Can't get a fight. They don't want to fight the man.
Man, he need an agent or something, man. Because he
Yeah, man. Gary can't get a fight, man. You guys don't want no smoke with Gary, man. They don't want them fast hands on him. Gary got them hands like a ninja. They don't want. They don't want no problem.
Rematch with Lomachenko then.
Hey, I think that's a great fight. I think that's a great fight, but I don't know if they'll do it because if Loma loses it, Loma's got to go. You know.
Well, Loma's back is to the wall now because the Wolves are coming out now.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of work down there at 135. There's a lot of guys. A lot of guys down there. I want to see Josh Warrington jump into this mix. Where's Josh Warrington at?
Look,
135, isn't he? I think.
I want to see Josh Warrington get in the mix. Gary, it's like the welterweight division. I want little guys. I want 135. You got Tank. You got Devin. You got T.O. You got Ryan Garcia. You got Lomachenko. Gary Russell Jr. Leo Santa Cruz. You got Josh Warrington.
Luke Campbell.
That's 9 guys right there I named that are good fighters in that 130, 135 range, man. I want to see some fights. Man. Come on, boxing. See, this is where boxing, you know, if they want to do a sport.
This is where boxing loses out at.
Yeah, we got
not making big fights. Everybody's saving themselves for the big payday, but nobody wants to grind. Nobody wants to turn the wheels, make the wheels turn.
Somebody's got to step up.
Nobody. Everybody want to save their O's. Everybody want to say they one loss. You know, they want to sponge off the system, take money, but they don't want to put the big fight together. Look at those guys. You got Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell, you know, Garcia, you know, Tank. You got all of these guys there.
That's a big fight. Warrington and Gary Russell at 126. That's a big fight. That's a huge fight. That's a great fight.
You forgot Shaka Stevenson versus Josh Warrington.
Who's he fighting?
Josh Warrington, Shaka Stevenson. That's the fight.
Warrington's at the WBA, right?
Didn't Shakur Stevenson fight tonight?
He's fighting them in a little bit, Coach. He's fighting Clary tonight.
Yeah.
Can Clary win?
Nah.
No.
Not at all. Not at all. Oh, forgot all about that's 10. Shakur Stevenson. And he's the guy they really better be worried about, Shakur Stevenson.
He's young and he can fight.
I tell you what, Shakur Stevenson, I like him a lot. And he's tall. He's gonna grow. He might end up being at 147. I like Shakur Stevenson a lot, man. You know, he's 19. He can still make 126.
They
avoid Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is a problem.
He can fight. He knows his business, you know.
Yeah. You know, and then you still got Tevin Farmer down there. Jojo Diaz is down there. You got some guys.
Bro, Tevin Farmer. Come on, bro, man. Tevin Farmer, bro. Tevin Farmer.
I'm not saying I'm talking about capable guys that should be fighting.
Bro,
we should be seeing Tevin Farmer versus Ryan Garcia.
When you mention Tevin Farmer, you should also mention Danny Jacobs. You should also mention Gabe Rosado.
England. Come on, man.
Listen, bro. Danny, glad to be here. Jacobs, Gabe Rosado, Amir Khan, Keith Thurman, all them guys. Put them all in one and sell them packing, bro. Don't talk about that.
Ingram, why you putting them? Why you gonna compare them to those thieves, man?
How you gonna talk about Farmer? You were talking the great stuff that was with you. Then you talk about Farmer, and you just disrupt everything, man.
Hey, man,
you're sick, man. Farmer.
I haven't heard from Tevin Farmer in a long time.
And I don't want to hear from him either, bro. How can you bring that man's name up in a conversation, man? That's a straight cuss out there. Yeah, you should cover your face for that, man.
Yeah.
Like, are you working with DAZN or something?
And let's get Brona in there too.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I had Brona as well.
Is Brona out? He's out of jail yet?
No, not yet.
This guy.
Yeah. Well, wait. You haven't said it yet, Uncle. Brona could be a world-class fighter if he lets his hands go. This fight is going to let his hands go. The fight before that, he didn't let his hands go. The fight before that, but this fight is going down the way. He's going to let his hands go. This fight is going to let his hands go in the prison cell. Coach Chris, come, bro. Tevin Farmer versus Broner, the fight of the century.
Hell in
Oh,
a
man.
Cell in Sing
Yeah.
Sing.
Yeah. On the zone. God.
Yeah. I mean, this guy stays in jail, man.
Stays in
He
jail.
stay in problems. He stay in court. He stay in a court case. My man Adrian Broner. Hey, look, I don't want.
How
Look,
many kids Broner got? How many kids
I don't
Broner got
know.
now?
Hey, I'm not one to impugn another man's charges.
Bro. You just brought the whole level of conversation down like that. You just went.
Hey,
As soon as you mentioned Tevin Farmer, I was like, went like that.
I didn't say Adrian Broner. Okay, I didn't say AB.
But you mentioned Tevin Farmer, that was it.
All right, Tevin Farmer lost to JoJo Diaz. Okay, he lost.
JoJo Diaz. Oh my God, even worse still, man.
JoJo Diaz isn't terrible.
Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis.
All right, man. I'm done.
I'm done as well, bro. I'm done as well.
I got to fight tomorrow.
You guys are harsh, man. You guys are harsh.
You know what? You know what you need to do? You need to go watch that super fight between Danny Jacobs and Gabe Rosado. One more time.
You need to watch that. You need to watch that.
As they say here in Ukraine,
Good night.
Spokoni noche.
Good
All
night.
right, so
Coach Chris, good night.
It's
Uncle Bashir, tomorrow night.
Wait a minute. It's Spokoni noche.
Poconi Noche.
No. Spokoni
Noche.
That's right. Good night.
Good night. Coach Chris, good night.
Good night.
And to everyone who's joined in tonight, thank you so much. Good night. Coach Chris, you're the man.
hey, appreciate everybody for checking out, man. Download the app.
Yeah,
download the app on the Fire Stick and the phone.
Never ever mention Tevin Farmer, Danny Jacobs, Gabe Rosado, and Adrian Broner. Don't ever mention their names again on the show. It's just
download the app on all Amazon devices and Apple, the phone, the Fire Stick. Download the app. BWTM. I'm sorry. BWTM.
It's that Tevin Farmer, bro. Tevin Farmer. I can't believe it. I forgot all about that guy as well.
Just throw him in. Hey, but hold on a second. Tevin Farmer versus. All right, whatever. Okay. All right, you're right.
Tevin Farmer moves up to fight Gennady Golovkin in a super fight. Oh yeah. Have a great night, brother.
Having me on, Ingram. Appreciate you, baby. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you so much, brother. And thank you all so much as well watching tonight. We appreciate it. Much love to you. Can't get them all right, can you? Congratulations. Hey. One apiece now, bro. One apiece. So next Saturday, we've got Callum Smith, the super fight with Canelo. I know you're backing Smith already, yeah? I know you're backing Smith.
No.
We undisputably agree that Callum Smith is going to be getting his ribs.
The setup already been put in, bro. It's done. Done.
Take care, chap. Good night.
Check. All right, baby. Nighty night.
Good night, all.
Night,
Love to you all. Good night,
everybody.